Hello good partners, this is Nesh from Good Partner Tech Creatives, and today's video I'm about to show you how to use Smart Sales POS to add sales or to post sales for your business. So what you need to do is come here on this particular button, hit POS, click on the POS, then once it opens, you're supposed to search the product here. You can either search the product here, right here, or you can click on this button here to see the products within the business. You can see demo product that has 100 pieces in stock, and you can see another product called trial product that has 50 pieces in stock. For my case, I'm gonna hit, I prefer searching. So I'm gonna search demo. Then you can see demo has automatically been added to the cart. So what this means is the demo product, one piece will be sold at 2,000. Always remember that you can always change the selling price. It all depends with the customer if they bargain upward or downward. For this case, we can do 1800. So the new selling price for this product is 1800. Now you can also come here and select here. You can see that we have different units and selling price for those units. This is what I'll try my best to explain what this means. So you can see that one piece has one piece inside and should be sold at 2000. Then you can see one packet that has 5 pieces inside the carton. The packet has 5 pieces and will be sold at 8000. Then we have one carton that contains 10 pieces inside, will be sold at 18,000. So what you can do, you can say one carton. So one carton is 18,000. Always remember the selling price for this particular unit can be changed using this particular box here. So I can say 17,500. Then I can just cash out by saying cash money. Automatically, the system will prompt me to print a receipt, but because I don't have a printer connected to this machine, I'll not print that receipt. What I'll do, I'll just cancel. All right. I'm gonna do another sale so that to make sure you understand more. So you come here and enter the product that you want to sell. For this case, I'll do demo again. Then you can see you can select the units and the selling price for these units. So I can say this time around I want to sell packet, but I want to sell 2 packets. 2 packets will cost me 16,000 simply because one packet is 8,000. You can always change here. You can always change the selling price. You can say the one packet I'm selling it at 7,000 instead of 8,000. But always remember also that the system will not allow you to sell below the purchase price. All right. So if you try to sell below the purchase price, the system will automatically reset the unit selling price and give you a warning. For this case, let me show you how this can be done. I can say 0. What the system will do, the price is below purchase cost, reset to minimum. Automatically, it has returned the selling price to 8,000. So if I'm gonna do 1, it will give me an error and it will set to the default selling price. For this case, I want to sell at discounted of 7,000. So it means for 2 cartons, it will be 14,000. But for this case, we're not gonna use cash, but we'll click pay now. So you can select the 14,000 has been paid using another payment method. You can say bank transfer. Then you can come here and finalize payment. Automatically, the system will prompt me to print a receipt, but since the machine is not connected to a printer, then I'm not gonna print this receipt, right? Then let me show you how to do sales that has got partial payments. What this means is you sold a product, but the customer needs to pay the grand total in 2 payment method. So for this case, we'll do product trial. Then I would say 3 pieces. I can add 3 pieces here. Then that's okay. That the pieces will be, the total will be, the grand total will be that 600. If the customer needs to pay 3,000 in cash and the 600 in bank transfer or any other method, what I'm gonna do is come here, hit pay now. Then I'm gonna say 3,000. I'm gonna say here to amount 3,000 is paid in cash. Then what I need to do is add payment row. Add payment row. I'm gonna hit here. It's gonna open another row of the 600 that was remaining, then I'm gonna change this to the other payment method. I'll do bank transfer. Then you can come here and click finalize payment. The system is gonna prompt me to print, but since I don't have a print, I'll not print. You see, that's how you do a sale that has got partial payment methods. All right. So what you see on this tab or this section is the recent transaction that you've sold. You have the 14,000 and you have the 3,600. All right. So the next thing is on how to sell on credit. So I'm going to show you an error that faces most of the users using this Smart Sales POS. So I'll add a product trial on this particular cart, then it will cost 1,200. That's okay. So what I'm going to hit here, I'm going to hit here more and say credit sale. But note, we will get an error. You see, the error is customer credit limit is exceeded. This means that the system cannot cannot do a credit sale to a walk-in customer simply because a walk-in customer is someone who is not known inside the business. So you need to register a walk-in customer like by their name and their phone number so that the system can allow you to do credit sale for this particular customer. For this case, I'm gonna hit here on the name. Then I'm gonna try to get the name of the customer. So I'm gonna do customer. No, I can do demo customer. So what we see here, it means that the demo customer has never been registered to this system. So I'm gonna hit the plus icon. This is how you add a new customer. You hit the plus icon right here, then you say this is an individual. Then you need to fill two things. You need to fill the first name and you need to fill the mobile number. For this case, I'm gonna say um, uh, demo customer. Then I'm gonna say the phone number is 07. I can do a simple guess there, and I'm gonna hit save. Automatically, the system has registered a customer called demo customer. So if I try to do a credit sale of 1,200 to this particular customer called demo customer, I'll just hit more and do credit sale, and it will complete or it will do the credit sale successfully. So that's how you do credit sale. You have to register the customer first, then you can click more and say credit sale. So I want to show you. Next time the customer comes, demo customer comes, you can always search them up. You come here and say demo customer. If I click here, you'll see by default, the system alerts me that this particular customer has a due of 1,200. So it's for you as the user or the sales representative to make that call to know exactly will you continue giving credit to this particular customer or will you stop. All right. Yes. So the next thing I want to show you here is, let me cancel this, then start over. The next thing I want to show you here is holding a customer's receipt, um, then doing selling to a customer who knows exactly what they want. Like you can hold a customer's receipt, continue selling, then once the customer is back, then you can continue with that particular customer. For this case, I can do a walk-in customer. Then I can say this customer wants a product trial. All right. Then I'm gonna say the same customer wants another product called demo product. But for this case, the customer is very undecided. So I can simply hold this sell and sell, do another sale, then come back and take this sale and continue with it. So how do I pause this sale? So after adding all this, then I can come here, say more, then I can say draft. All right. Then that particular sale has been taken to the drafts. So I can now peacefully sell to another customer as this particular customer continues to make their decision. So I can come here, say a trial. All right. Then I'm gonna say this particular customer wants like 30 pieces of this particular product. The customer is ready to pay that 6,000 in cash. So I'm gonna hit here cash, and automatically the system will allow me to sell. All right. Then the next thing I need to do is come here to recent transaction, click draft, then click edit. So it means I can continue where I stopped with my customer. If they are decided on what to do, then I can come here, say maybe they want 2 pieces of trial product, and maybe they want like 4 pieces of the demo product. But for the demo product, I'm gonna do at 1800. All right. So the customer is ready to pay 9600. All right. So I'm gonna hit pay now, and then I'm gonna say bank transfer. All right. Then I'm gonna do finalize payment. Oh, did I? No, I need to fill this particular field for amount. So I'm gonna say 9600, then I'm gonna hit finalize payment, and automatically the system will allow me to finalize on this particular customer who was pending. All right. That's how you use the Smart Sales POS to post your sales in real time. Then the next thing I'm going to show you is going back to the back office. You use this particular arrow key. When you click this one, you find yourself going back to the back office. If you click on the POS, then you'll go to the POS page where you can post your sales. All right. That's it on how to add sales or post sales using the POS in Smart Sales POS. So if you're having trouble, you can always call the number 0704 893 242 to get help. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful. See you on the next one.